Hi friends, here you go with our next case study number 33 from CA Final Audit MCQs and case-based scenarios booklet issued by ICAI. You can download it from ICAI website. So let's start with our case study. ULIP Limited is a public company listed on NSE since the year 2015 with a share capital of 150 crores. SRS and Company is being appointed as its statutory auditor for financial year 2020 to 2021, and Mr. Raj is appointed as an engagement partner on behalf of the firm. To conduct the said audit assignment, including conducting of limited reviews and other statutory assignments, Mr. Raj was conducting limited review of the second quarter, and during the same, while adhering to the responsibilities as conferred uh, upon by SA 250 consideration of laws and regulations in the audit of financial statements, he evaluated the implications of non-compliance in relation to other aspects of audit, including the audit risk assessment and the reliability of written representations, and concluded that withdrawal from engagement was necessary in the given circumstances after seeking legal advice, even though the non-compliance was not material to the financial statements, but as a management or those charged with governance refrained from taking the remedial action that he considered appropriate in the circumstances. Such a withdrawal was not prohibited by any law or regulation. So he can directly resign from his office of audit, right? And then Mr. Raj, on behalf of SRS and Company, brought to the notice of audit company of ULIP Limited all his concerns with respect to the proposed resignation along with relevant documents. After issuing the necessary reports as required in the circumstances, SRS and Company gave its resignation letter to ULIP Limited at 1 p.m. on 20th of November 2021 via its official email ID, which contained the detailed reasons for such resignation. So take this note that you need to communicate it within 24 hours on which from the time on which you have received this application, the resignation letter along with the reasons from your auditor, right? So this is 1 p.m. 20th of November. Remember this date. And then going forward, such a letter was formulated to the stipulator authority by ULIP Limited at 4 p.m. on 21st of November 2021 via its official email ID. But it has to be communicated by 1 p.m. On 21st of November. So there contains an non-compliance with the stipulations. And continuing further, SRS and Company filed a statement with respect to its resignation as a statutory auditor in prescribed form with ULIP Limited and the registrar on 15th of January 2021, respectively, after receiving a notice from MCA. So if you have gone through your study material, you might have understood that auditor has to give his resignation information to MCA within 30 days. So failing which, it will result into penalty. We'll discuss that penalty while solving our questions. And moving forward, for the purpose of filing the casual vacancy in the office of auditor, the audit committee of ULIP Limited gave recommendation of the audit firm for being appointed as a statutory auditor, to which the board disagreed, and it referred back to the recommendation to the committee for reconsideration, citing reasons for such disagreement. However, the audit committee, after considering the reasons given by the board, decided not to reconsider its original recommendation. So, the board of ULIP Limited, after recording the reasons for its disagreement with the audit committee, appointed Chavda and Company as its new statutory auditor on 15th of December 2021. Such an appointment of Chavda and Company was also approved by the members of ULIP Limited at a duly convened general meeting on 3rd of February 2022. On the basis of the above facts, you are required to answer the following MCQs. Let's go through the first question. Whether the reasons for withdrawal from the engagement by SRS and Company can be considered to be justifiable in the light of the fact that non-compliance was not material to the financial statements. Even if the auditor feels that there is no material impact on the financial statements, but it will impact the investment decisions by stakeholders, and he feels that resignation would be a better option, then he can obviously go ahead, provided there is such resignation is not prohibited by any law or regulation. So we'll go through the options. Yes, such a withdrawal was not prohibited by any law or regulation. So this seems to be a correct, but we'll go through others. Yes, the auditor has obtained legal advice from this for the same, and also such a withdrawal is not prohibited. It doesn't mean whether you have obtained legal advice or not. You are allowed to resign, but it needs to be in exceptional cases wherein the auditor consider withdrawal withdrawal from the engagement is necessary. So option C says yes, in exceptional cases the auditor may consider for such a withdrawal, provided that such withdrawal is not prohibited by any law or regulation. And option D says yes, as it doesn't matter whether non-compliance is material or not, management or those charged with governance should not refrain from taking the remedial action which the auditor has considered necessary, provided that such a withdrawal is not prohibited by any law or regulation. It doesn't mean whether the management or those charged with governance is taking remedial actions for the auditor recommendations or not. If they are not taking it forward, they are not taking the remedial actions, then it would result in some kind of non-compliance. Then auditor will definitely qualify his report. But here resignation is allowed because it is not prohibited by any law, and considering that this is an exceptional case, there is no material misstatement, no material impact of non-compliance on the financial statements. So this being an exceptional case, he is allowed and the same is not prohibited by any law or regulation. Continuing to question number 33.2, in continuation to question number 1, sorry, it's not question number 6, question number 1 above, if it is assumed that the auditor was prohibited by any law or regulation for such withdrawal from engagement, then how he would have reported the non-compliance in the audit report? Obviously, it would be in the other matter paragraph, because it is not having any material impact on the financial statements. It would be in other matter paragraph, option B. And then going forward, 33.3, ULIP Limited was required to disclose to which authority the detailed reasons for resignation of the auditor, and by what time limit as per LODR 2015. So it needs to be disclosed to MCA by 1 p.m. 21st of November. However, we'll refer it to our study material which says this. So here you go. As per clause A in part A of schedule 3 under the regulation 30 subregulation 2 of SEBI LODR regulations requires detailed reasoning to be disclosed by the listed entities to the stock exchange in case of resignation of auditor of a listed entity as soon as possible, but not later than 24 hours of receipt of such reasons from the auditor. So since in the current case the company is being listed, it needs to give his disclose this representation by 1 p.m. on 21st of November 2021. So the time limit is fixed. So it could be either option A or option C, because option B and option D are ruled out. So now comes to whom it needs to report. In the provision, it has been mentioned that it needs to inform to the relevant stock exchanges. So in the current case, relevant stock exchange means in which the company has been registered. The company is registered in National Stock Exchange, that is NSE. So in the first point of the question itself, it is saying that it is listed in NSE. Therefore, ULIP Limited has to disclose this information to NSE by 1 p.m. on 21st of November, because it needs to be communicated within 24 hours. Information is received by the board on 20th of November 2021 at 1 p.m. So 24 hours from then will be 1 p.m. 21st of November 2021. Hope you are clear with this. And then moving on to the next question. Therefore, the option is C. Such reasons were required to be disclosed to NSE till 1 p.m. 21st of November 2022. Sorry, 2021. 33.4. What could be the penalty specified under the Companies Act 2013 that would have been levied upon SRS and company for failure in filing the statement with respect to its resignation within the prescribed time limit with ULIP Limited and the registrar respectively, if its remuneration was 40,000. Okay, remuneration is 40,000, but when this particular information is being filed, it is been given in the question that SRS and company filed the statement after receiving notice from MCA on 15th of January 2021. However, as per the provisions, it needs to be filed. See, I'm referring from where it has been underlined. In case of failure, the auditor shall be liable to pay a penalty which shall not be less than 50,000 rupees or the remuneration of auditor, whichever is less. So 50,000 or current remuneration is 40,000, whichever is less means 40,000. And in case of continuing failure, with further penalty of 500 rupees for each day after the first during which such failure continues, subject to a maximum of 2 lakhs per as per section 140 subsection 3. But within how many days it needs to file? Refer to the first line. As per section 140 subsection 2, the auditor who has resigned from the company shall file within a period of 30 days from the date of its resignation in form ADT 3. So any day after 30 days would be held for penalty for 500 rupees per day. So in the current case, the auditor sent his resignation letter on 20th of November 2021. So his 30 days ends on 30th of December 2021. Correct? But when did this particular SRS and company file? It filed on 15th of January 2021. How many days left in between? Let's calculate. So it is 31 minus 20 days that has been there within the 30 months. So 11 days in December plus 14 days in January. Because on 15th, this SRS auditor filed its resignation. So there is no non-compliance on the date of filing of information. So 15th January he anyways filed, so he is not been held for non-compliance. Till where he is been non-compliant? Till the day before he is filing. So it is 14th of January 2021. So it is 25 days. Each day is held for 500 rupees. So it is 12,500 plus the audit compensation, which is 40,000. Therefore 52,500 is the penalty that is to be paid by SRS and company for the year. Sorry, for failing to file its representation for resignation. Hope you got my point. Let me give you a clarification again with respect to this calculation. So the auditor has to file his resignation by 20th of December 2021. However, he filed it on 15th of January 2022. Sorry, filed its statement on 2022. So now whatever the year it is, so he need to file within 30 days, which ends on 20th of December, but he filed it on 15th of January. So we have 11 days non-compliance in December and 14 days non-compliance in Jan. Why I am considering 14? I am repeating it again. 15th January he filed his representation. Therefore, there is no non-compliance on 15th of January. The non-compliance exists till 14th of January. So 11 days in December plus 14 days in January, which results into 25 days. Each day is held liable for 500 rupees, which is coming to 12,500 plus the audit compensation or 50,000, whichever is less, that is 40,000. Therefore, the total penalty is 52,500. Hope you are all clear with this particular thing. So I am showing the calculation again over here. So it is 31 days in entire December minus 20 days which is already been there in that 30 days. So we are left with 11 plus 14 days of January, 25 days into 500, coming to 12,500 plus 40,000, whichever is the audit remuneration. Therefore, the penalty is 52,500. Hope you guys are clear with this point. Okay. So it's a straightforward answer, option D. And then question number 33.5. What was the last date applicable for the available with the Board of ULIP Limited for filling the casual vacancy in the office of auditor, and by what last date the general meeting for approving the auditor was appointed by the board should have been made in accordance with the provisions of Companies Act 2013. So it's as simple as that. Board of directors has to fill the casual vacancy within 30 days. See, filling of casual vacancy as per section 139 subsection 8, it says any casual vacancy in a company other than those whose accounts are subject to audit by CAG has to be filled by board of directors in 30 days. If such casual vacancy is as a result of resignation of an auditor, such appointment shall be approved by the company at general meeting convened within 3 months of the recommendation of board. Board means, and he shall hold the office until the conclusion of next general meeting. So within 30 days, see, when is this particular auditor been appointed? We'll go back to the question. Appointed its new statutory auditor on 15th of December. But when did the auditor resigned? On 20th of November 2021. So within 30 days from there means 20th of December 2021, and from there the auditor needs to be approved. Auditor appointment has to be approved within 3 months from the date on which it is been recommended by the board. So therefore it ends on, so 3 months from the date on which it is being appointed, 15th of December 2021. 3 months from there means 15th of March 2022, right? So the last date by which the board has to appoint is 20th of December 2021, and the last date by which the auditor appointed by board has to be approved in a duly convened general meeting is 15th of March 2022. Therefore, the answer to the question is 20th of December 2021 to 15th of March 2022, which is option D. With this, we have completed our next case study number 33. We'll meet you again in case study number 34. If these videos are helpful, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel to get the latest updates. Thank you for watching.